retired in Spain, day 6 of Vlogmas. So today in Spain, December the 6th, is Constitution Day, and this celebrates the constitution which came into force in 1978 following a referendum. So up until that point, the country had been dictated by General Franco. He took over in 1939, and he was the dictator in Spain until his death in 1975. Then in 1975, when he died, he kind of thought that the king might continue his dictatorship. So actually it became a kingdom again. Obviously the royal family here have not been without their troubles, just like in England over the last few years. But anyway, it became a kingdom again, and then they formed a constitution. So the constitution allowed for autonomous regions in Spain. So you've heard of Andalusia, that's an autonomous region, and its capital is Seville. And here's a little map. If you need more time, just pause. Up in Catalonia, up in the north, up there is Barcelona. And they actually have a slightly different language to the rest of Spain. But each region is allowed to run its own governance, if you like, under the terms of the constitution. And that's probably why we have lots of different police here. We have police local, we have the national police that do sort of everything in the country. We have the Guardia Civil, which is a bit of a throwback to Franco's days, etc. So there's lots of communities, large regions, running under the constitution, under the banner of the constitution. But obviously life has been much better for most people in Spain since Franco snuffed it and they were able to introduce a democracy into Spain. Having said that, I mean, I'll tell you this, after he died, there were obviously lots of people who were activists, rebels, who had officially, under his laws, committed offences. And in order that they weren't prosecuted for those offences, they wanted to introduce an amnesty. So they said, OK, well, we'll do that, because it's a very good idea. And then the other side, who were committing all these atrocities, said, well, hang on a minute, you can't have an amnesty for one and not apply it to the other. So they brought in this amnesty in, I think it became law in 1977. So everyone was forgiven. So basically everything was buried. All the stuff, all the murdering and all that had all kind of gone away. It was a law of forgiving. So until recently, that has remained in place. But they have started to say, come on, this is a bit off. And what they've done is they've dug up gravesites by the side of roads where mass killings had taken place and the bodies were buried and forgotten about for the sake of the families. So I'm glad that they are now saying, hang on a minute, and there were lots of atrocities committed during his time, and it is changing a bit. But it's a very young democracy. It's only been here since 1978, so that transition is obviously problematic. When something's new, it's problematic, but it is much, much better now, and I'm very glad that they are actually coming to terms with what actually happened, and they are trying to make steps to maybe change those memories. So that's Constitution Day for you. 6th of December here in Spain, Constitution Day. Now the 8th, in a couple of days, is also a holiday. It's a religious holiday. And what they try to do here is they try and make a bridge, they call it a bridge, between the 2 days. So the 6th, the 7th and the 8th almost become like a long holiday, like a 3-day holiday. But anyway, so I'll tell you about the 8th, on the 8th. But until tomorrow, take care, and I'll see you then. All right, bye for now, bye.